Hello and welcome back, viewers. We will move forward with the discussion with the Molana. So, Molana, where did you stop?
Yes, now I think as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala designated the prophets, the people, they wanted to rectify, or they wanted to have some sort of proof that they are men of God. And this is where the miracles come in place. And it is quite understandable, or one would consider normal, that people who do not have the capacity to understand the necessity of revelation on intellectual basis, that man doesn't reason, is not capable enough of resolving all problems that man have. It extends to a certain limit, and after that it kind of doesn't have that capacity to really enter or engage. Then comes the issue of wahi after that, and that is why we have that hadith where Jibreel says, if I come any further I will burn my wings, and there's a symbolic understanding of the angels as being pure intellect here. Intellect goes to a certain extent, and it doesn't have the capacity to really extend or expand a bit more. Then comes the the phenomena of revelation, which is higher than that even. So therefore, miracles are one of those things which the people who will say that, oh, okay, it doesn't really make sense for us that they are men of God, so we would like to see some sort of proof from them that they are men of God. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided all the prophets with miracles, and they performed that within that period. But the beauty of Islam and our prophet is that his miracle was everlasting, which is the Quran. Clearly the book of God, it's an open challenge even today, that if anyone could present one chapter like it, or 10 verses like it, or a verse like it, but nobody really dare to bring a verse or a chapter like the Quran. Even at a point where the Arabs and the eloquency of the Arabic language was at its peak in Arabia, still they couldn't really bring something like the Quran. And even those who were the great scholars of that time, they were embarrassed, and they said that no, this is not the work of insan, this is something higher than that. And for this very reason, they also called the Prophet as someone who is doing sorcery, a magician, with his words. And this is very similar, for Hazrat Musa alayhi salam. They say he's a very big magician, because he has defeated other magicians as well. For Isa alayhi salam was the same thing, that he is doing magic, for instance, right? Because the mind wasn't able to really comprehend and accept that the fact that what he is doing is by the power of God. So miracles are part and parcel of Nabuwat. The prophets, they come along with the miracles, and they perform that miracles to prove their prophecy.
Can I take
yes,
the call?
sure. Bismillah.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the show. May I know who's calling? Walaikum assalam. May I know who's calling?
Azhar Saeed is speaking from.
Sorry?
This is Azhar Saeed is speaking
Azhar
from
Saeed
Manchester.
from Manchester. Okay. Okay, Azhar, what do you have to ask?
Well, no, I'm just trying to make a few comments, and then I'll ask a question. My knowledge with regard to this prophethood, as explained by the Sheikh here, I have noted that obviously through the prophets and others who have come to give the messages, perhaps the message mainly which has been given is to understand the reality of mankind, how this world has created, who is the creator, and certain guidance provided. Now, if the whole purpose through the history of the prophethood has been to tell us what is the realities, and that reality is something that relates to your faith. Nothing in black and white has been produced in front of you that can tell you as black and white as the reality should be. So reality in that sense has been a focus on the faith, a faith in which you accept what has been told to you and what appears to be something that many obviously can accept it and many have rejected it, and so and so. So the last prophethood, our own prophet, Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he came, his message was for the whole of mankind, as compared to the previous messages, which, if I am right to understand as such, they were more focused on certain nations or certain areas, and so and so. Anyway, as to the last prophethood, when our prophet established everything in front of us by his own life, by the teaching of Quran, by the practices which then followed, by establishing a clear government and a system, and then the Khilafat al-Ashda and whatever the experiences and so were. Now, the messages were quite clear. Again, goes back to the same question, reality. And that reality was, apart from the Creator and so-called hell and paradise and your action in this life and the rewards and so and so and so, apart from that, the message was that even your own life in this world can be created in a way that can give you a peaceful and tranquility in the life if you follow certain traits which relate to a human being, his thinking, his consciousness, his approaches, and all kinds of other his action, whether they culminate in a bad way or in a good way. Everything was made it quite clear. And Quran is complete guidance as we believe in it, which provides us everything. Now, having said so, and there are many other things which obviously are there in front of us, having said so, when we accepted all these things, when our faith lies in the oneness of Allah and the last prophethood, so-called the end of Nubuwwat, and so, and the life of our prophethood, and so and so. Now, why it is so that following that point of life from the end of the Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's life, so and so, when the messages were made quite clear that we need to lead a life which satisfies the requirements as imposed upon us, being Muslims, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guidance of Quran, and the guidance given by our Prophet. Why throughout the history and so, up and down, life has been created, why the Muslims have not been able to see as one unit the reality, that question that you are talking about, reality, as such, which had given them that power and strength and understanding to worship that Allah Ta'ala who has given us that beautiful life and all kinds of things. So my question is, where is that reality which Muslims have lost? Where the problems are? That's
which
my
Muslims
question.
have lost.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your call, brother. Thank you very much. And Maulana.
Yes, mashallah, it's very precise and very good observation. Thank you very much, Sayyid from Manchester.
Yeah.
Indeed, exactly. You put it the right way. For example, the prophethood of our prophet was for all of mankind. It was not just for a nation, but it was for all of mankind. And at the same time, you also pointed out to where the revelation was for us to really understand the humanity, to really know things, and as we mentioned earlier as well, and that is that the revelation have two categories to it. One which deals with the law, and the other which deals with the belief system, right? And the one which deals with the law as well contains within it different sort of offshoots, such as akhlaq and so on and so forth, that is also within that category. Now the question, where did we where we missed out, where we lost, that Allah, by sending the greatest of the all prophet with that message, and as we said in the very beginning of the program, there isn't any phenomena that unites the way Islamic belief unites Muslims or human beings, if you want to say. No religion unites in this way. The 5 times a day that we pray towards Qibla, right, and not any other faith that really precise on that particular moment, on that particular time. Thousands, millions of people, they all face in that direction, but unfortunately they haven't really taken the message of unity from it. They haven't benefited from this barakah, that blessing that has been given. It points out to their failure. They, as long as they adhere to the knowledge that we see when the West was in the dark ages, they were flourishing, they were advancing, because they paid attention to the teachings and to the ma'arif and to the knowledge. But right after that, when they once again started focusing towards their worldly sort of empires, then you have the nuzul. Initially, after when the Prophet came, he brought the Quran, he gave the message, and you had the Imam sort of containing that knowledge, maintained that, did not allow it to really disappear. The Imams were the one who kind of nurtured that and safeguarded it by giving their lives. And even when we look at the period of the 6th Imam, we find that how flourishing the Islamic Ummah was in terms of acquiring knowledge. I mean, it was not the Khilafat that was providing that spirit to Islam, but it was the Imams who were. And without differentiating amongst, as there were already sort of different groupings existing at that time, without any differentiating, Imam provided that knowledge, that he knew that there is some benefit in it, as knowledge is masoom and it will bring some sort of benefit. And we kind of see today to a certain extent that those, yes, they might be following a certain fiqh of Shafi'i or Maliki, or Hanbali, but still they all have benefited from the knowledge of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. And today, as that knowledge was transferred to these Imams, and it remained to a certain extent pure, that is why it tend to subsist today. That is why it tend to have some answer against this modern period, and allows them to practice whatever fiqh that they are practicing. So it is exactly right. I mean, the pain that Sayyid is feeling in Manchester is the pain of the Imams. It is the pain of all those who really want to see Muslims advancing as they were during the dark ages, during the 16th century, when we look at it. But unfortunately we are not. I mean, Allah has provided that, and Allah, by providing it, test, and many fails. Like Saudis, they've been provided with the wealth. The wealth have been provided to them. Wealth, when it is provided, as Allah says, I give them that fazilat, so that through this fazilat they are tested. Now, when a person have that wealth and he is not making the proper use of it, it becomes azab for him, right? So therefore, Allah have provided that Quran, that knowledge, and if one really doesn't benefit from it, that's what we see. For example, what we are looking, unfortunately, this is the reality that we are facing today. And the only answer that one could have is that we pray for the reappearance of the 12th Imam, which is the spirit of the Kaaba, as we said, to really unite the hearts once again. And for us lies to prepare that groundwork for him to really return, with promoting education, with promoting akhlaq, through our akhlaqi behavior, through protecting the humanity, at home and at large as well, as helpers of the 12th Imam.
Thank you very much, Maulana. Mashallah, very well explained. I hope this has satisfied Mr. Azhar Saeed from Manchester. His question has been answered, inshallah, fully. So now, Maulana, actually I have a question. What are the reasons and what are the benefits of Nabuwat and prophethood?
Right. As we said earlier, the benefits of Nabuwat and prophethood is to provide mankind with a clear responsibility upon which they act, and they live the best in this dunya, and at the same time they acquire the hereafter as well. Because the prophets, as they were men of God, they were fully aware of the benefits that exist within this dunya, and within the teachings of the prophet and prophets, we do tend to find that by implication of these teachings, whether that be on that scientific level for the benefit of their body, for the benefit of their community, whether it be on the political level, so it is for us to the benefit of Nabuwwat is that through implication, through accepting it, we will be flourishing, in this dunya and at the same time in the hereafter as well.
Oh, thank you very much, Maulana. And there is one last question because we are running out of time. So just I need could you please explain it briefly? Which prophets are called Ulul Azm Nabi, and what was the criteria for them?
Yes, the Ulul Azm, the possessor of determination, if it's translated that way, they are for those who possess the Sharia, the ahkam from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, such as Nuh, Hazrat Ibrahim, Hazrat Musa, Hazrat Isa, and our Prophet. These are considered as Ulul Azm.
Oh, okay, five.
Yes, and this is clearly pointed out in the verses of the Quran. For example, if you look at the verse, He had ordained for you that religion which He come and which He yes, take that call, yeah.
Hello, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the show.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Brother, may I know who's calling and from where?
I'm calling from Ireland, and can I speak in Urdu?
Yeah, please go ahead, speak in Urdu, yes, please.
अच्छा, बहन जी, मैं तुम्हारे से ये सवाल करना चाहता हूँ कि मैंने एक बार पहले भी ऐसा फ़ोन किया हुआ था और उसमें से किसी ने मुझे जवाब नहीं दिया।
अच्छा।
और सवाल ये है मेरा कि मैं सुन्नी हूँ और मैंने एक शिया औरत के साथ निकाह किया, खुला किया हुआ है।
अच्छा।
और अभी वो खुला के बारे में वो कहते हैं कि हम दोनों की तरफ से एक अगर कहें कि मैंने तोड़ना है तो औरत तोड़ सकती है। तो मैंने ये खुला के बारे में, यानी कि शुरू में ऐसा मेरे को ये कहा गया था कि हम खुला फरेवर करते, अभी वो खुद तोड़ना चाहती है। लेकिन मैं पहले भी एक सवाल पूछा था एक भाई से और फोन किया हुआ था, उसने मुझे जवाब नहीं दिया था, हाँ कर रहा था। लेकिन मैं मौलाना साहब से ये सवाल करना चाहता हूँ कि आया खुला औरत की तरफ से वो तोड़ सकती है कि, और दूसरी बात ये है कि मैं नहीं चाहता कि तोड़ दो, वो चाहती है कि तोड़े, तो इसके बारे में आप अगर कोई रोशनी दे सकते हैं तो प्लीज़ आप बता दें।
वैसे ये भाई साहब ये एक शरई मसला है, लेकिन ये फिर भी मैं मौलाना साहब से रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी कि इसके बारे में आपको कुछ बताएं। थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू फॉर कॉल, थैंक यू वेरी मच। So Maulana Sahab, this is
I think it's a bit confusing question. I hope he's online, right?
And he's not online anymore. He married a Shia woman.
Okay.
And then now they want to break up this marriage, and the woman, the lady, his wife,
right,
he wants to do khula. Like she is looking for khula. So he's asking, can she do that? Is she allowed to do that?
Right.
That's
I
what
think
he's
you
asking.
have a line. I think khula is where the lady.
Can I take a call?
Yes, you can take that call.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the show. Hello. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello. I think the call dropped.
Yeah. In terms of the khula is like which is similar to divorce. It's not like going back. I mean, for instance, if the husband is not giving the divorce, the lady invokes khula, which means that she will forgive the meher.
Yeah. I think
and she will
that's
get
what
the divorce.
this gentleman
So
he meant.
you know, the lady have the right to do so, to ask for khula, and the husband must accept. You know, that's the law.
The decision,
right?
yeah,
That, you know,
the decision from
and
the
if,
Sharia.
if and there has to be basis for her to, I think, to really invoke that khula.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the show. Hello. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. May I know who's calling? Hello. Can you speak louder, please? Hello.
Can I speak Urdu?
Yeah, please go ahead. बोले उर्दू में बोलिए प्लीज. आपका क्या क्वेश्चन है?
बोला.
आप प्लीज थोड़ा लाउड, थोड़ा जोर से बोले. हेलो. हेलो. Call dropped.
I think
We also running out
yes,
of time.
that is correct.
There's hardly any time left. Yeah, Maulana. Okay, so
Yeah, I think that's and I would ask him to really call either the office of Ayatollah Sistani, which you would find on the website, and Google it and ask them the Shari question, or office of Ayatollah Khamenei. He can Google it, both of them, and he can ask the Shari questions.
Yeah.
In regards to that, or maybe when we have a Urdu program with other Maulanas, he could call and ask as well. But what I understood from your question is that his wife wants to have khula, and he doesn't want to give khula, or I don't know, he wants.
That's what I understood from
it was a bit confusing to me, to be honest. Yeah.
Not very clear. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Maulana, and with this, and thank you very much for joining us this evening for question and answer. With this discussion, we come to our program. We will see you next week, inshallah, with the next episode of this series. Don't forget to watch us same time, same day. Till then, take care. Khuda Hafiz. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.